Skinwalker encounters caught on camera that scientists refuse to acknowledge. There are many pieces of footage on this list that mainstream science has looked at, shrugged at, and quietly filed away as unexplained. And I'm not making up anything on this list. I'm your host, Landon Dallasing, and welcome to Most Amazing Top 10. Starting us off with the rancher who never believed in any of this, until his own trail cam did the talking for him. Out in the high desert near the Colorado-Utah border, a cattle rancher has been losing livestock for weeks, and he figured it's probably just the coyotes, right? Wrong, maybe a mountain lion, if he was unlucky. So he set up a trail cam facing the herd. What came back 3 nights later wasn't a 4-legged creature. The footage shows a coyote-like shape moving low through the sagebush, and then mid-frame it rises up on 2 legs, stretching taller than any canine has business being, before vanishing off the edge of the frame entirely. Wildlife biologists who reviewed the clip for a regional news segment called it inconclusive, which honestly is just scientists speak for, we don't want to touch this. Well, the rancher sold that property within the year. Yeah, I would sell too. Next up on this list, we got a state trooper suspended from talking about his own dash cam. What are they trying to hide here? Somewhere in the rural New Mexico, a routine night patrol turned into 11 seconds nobody on that force will officially discuss. The dash cam catches a figure crouched at the edge of the road, and the headlamps swept across it. The thing's head almost turns 180 degrees to track the car, without the shoulders moving at all. The trooper radioed it as unknown pedestrian. I don't know what pedestrian can turn its head 180, possibly injured. But body cam audio picked up him saying, and I quote, "That thing's spine doesn't work like that." The department never released the footage publicly. It did leak anyways. Some people did see the footage. Next up, this footage belongs to a group of hikers in the Uinta Mountains who thought they'd captured a bear, until they zoomed in. 4 backpackers were filming their descent for a YouTube travel vlog type video when something looped across the ridge nearly half a mile out. On playback, a full zoom, the gait is wrong. Bears rock side to side. This thing moves in a straight gliding line. Too fast and way too smooth, like it wasn't even fighting gravity, the way everything else on that mountain has to. 2 of the hikers packed up and hiked out the same night in the dark, rather than finish the last leg of the trip. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would just get out of there as soon as possible as well. I see something moving in a bush and I'm out of there. Hiking is done for me. Next up, we have this footage where it just stops being a folklore and starts being physics that shouldn't exist. Well, a home security camera outside a farmhouse in northern Arizona picked up a shape pacing the fence line at 3 a.m. Nothing unusual for a rural security footage until the resident checked the audio. Investigators who later reviewed the clip noted the frame rate glitches every single time the creature crosses directly in front of the lens, almost like something about to was interfering with the sensor itself. No official explanations was ever given. The homeowner installed floodlights on a motion trigger the very next week, and they never saw it again, or at least never caught it again on camera. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe. We're almost at 8 million subscribers. Now we have this clip that got a Navajo elder to go on camera and say something researchers still won't repeat publicly. A trail camera set up near a tribal land in the Four Corners region caught a humanoid figure standing motionless in a clearing for nearly 4 full minutes. Not crouching, not moving, just watching the lens dead on, looking right into your soul. When the footage was shown to a Daini elder for cultural context on a documentary crew's request, he reportedly turned off the monitor mid-clip and refused to finish watching it. He gave one line for the camera, that some things are just not meant to be recorded, and recording them in any way is an invitation. That line got cut from the final broadcast. It didn't get cut from the raw footage that leaked online weeks later. Now we have this next footage. It is a construction site camera that caught something that shouldn't have been able to get past the locked gates. At an active building site outside of Flagstaff, a static security cam meant to catch equipment thieves, but instead caught a tall hunched figure walking upright between 2 shipping containers at exactly 2:47 in the morning, then simply crouching down and disappeared behind a stack of lumber. Except when the 4 men checked that spot in person the next morning, There was nothing there. There was nowhere for anything that size to have even gone there. So how is this possible? No gap, no tunnel, nothing at all. The site's insurance company actually flagged the footage as a liability concern, which tells you something about how seriously it was taken behind closed doors. Even if nobody wanted to say the word Skinwalker in the incident reports, but I think we know what was there. Now we have this footage that convinced a skeptic YouTuber to delete his entire debunking paranormal videos. He deleted his entire channel. He built his whole brand mocking exactly this kind of clip, until a viewer sent him raw, unedited trail cam footage from a hunting lease in Texas. In it, a shape that started out looking exactly like a mangy coyote, the classic "it's just a sick animal" explanation, stand up on its hind legs, turn to face the camera directly, and hold that stare for nearly 6 seconds before just all of a sudden just bolting the other way. He ran the footage through every stabilization and enhancement tool that he owned. He couldn't debunk it. He posted an apology video, then he took the whole channel down within a month, and he's not been publicly discussing cryptids since. Make of that what you guys will. Next up we have this drone footage. A drone operator whose footage a local news station pulled from air 5 minutes after they aired it. A hobbyist flying a thermal drone over private land near the Utah-Nevada border to check on a friend's property actually caught a heat signature that made 0 sense. Human shaped, but running on all fours. Unless someone is just being really awkward and weird. But this doesn't make sense. While this creature was running on all fours, it actually was able to outpace the drone itself before flattening completely against the ground and just vanishing from the thermal readout entirely. It's almost like it just cooled its body down and realized it's being detected. It wasn't like caught just moving away, it disappeared. The station that briefly aired the clip pulled it from their website within hours, citing unverified content. And the original poster's account was suspended shortly after. How absolutely terrifying is that? That the footage disappeared faster than the thing did. Now we have this. This is one law enforcement that admitted off the record that they still can't file away, while a county sheriff's office in rural Wyoming received a 911 call about something outside the window from an elderly resident living alone. Responding deputies' body cameras caught a brief, blurry shape moving away from the house, clearing an 8-foot fence in a single motion. No running start, no visible effort. The official incident report lists the call as unfounded animal disturbance. We have no idea what that thing was. Off camera, one deputy told a local reporter he'd worked in that county for 19 years and he has never seen a coyote, a deer, or anything else that can clear a fence like that. Standing still and then 1 second it's just gone. And finally we have this. This is the encounter that 3 separate government-adjacent researchers have quietly acknowledged is the hardest piece of footage on this entire list to explain away. Filmed on a remote sensing camera at a now infamous Skinwalker ranch itself, the clip shows a bipedal shape crossing an open field in near total darkness, visible only because of a passive infrared trigger that appeared to briefly flicker in and out of frame, not obscured by anything. Just intermediately there and not there, like the recording itself couldn't hold onto it consistently. Researchers associated with the property's ongoing investigations have gone on record saying the footage was reviewed internally and, I quote, does not match any known terrestrial animal movement or thermal signatures that we know about. That's as close to like an official acknowledgement at this phenomenon has ever gotten. And it still isn't a real answer. And well, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.